Okay, Hannah, I'm making you a co-host.
Thank you.
Also, Jan has not accepted her thing, so as long as we can go on Facebook, we're good. But she did not accept yet her hosting the event.
Right.
Neither has Rita. Okay, live on Facebook. Oh my gosh. There's an ID problem, guys, again. So, trying one more time, and then we'll go from me to there if we can't get it. It's thinking. We're trying.
Facebook is being a little on the slow side.
It is. My connection timed out, so I'm going to try again and share to my page, share to my own timeline. And public.
We're
There
live.
you go. Go live.
We're live right now.
Where? Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
We're so excited you're all here. Thanks for joining us. We are so darn excited. This is in celebration of our Peace Day, and we are commemorating 80 years since. And we hope that you are also joining us from all around the world. We are very excited that to bead with you all today, to connect one by one, bead by bead, link by link. And we hope that you will all bead with us today. The Peace Ring Project has been going on for 10 years plus now. And so we really hope that you will join this project with us. All it takes is 1 gram of beads at a time, and we can make change, real change in the world. And so I'm sharing this to my feed today. And so we hope that you will also share live right now along with us to your feed and everywhere. You know, it is really an important day for us, 80 years since. And the Upper Midwest Bead Society and the Team Toho is really looking forward to a wonderful announcement here in just one moment. But first, we have to take care of Upper Midwest Bead Society housekeeping. And so our president, Jan, would you like to please give us our announcements for the week?
So the exciting thing that's coming up for us is our fall bead retreat, September 3rd through 8th. That's like a Wednesday afternoon through a Sunday brunch at Camp Wapelgosset near Amory, Wisconsin. From the Twin Cities, it's just a little over an hour drive. Of course, you have to stop at Taylor's Falls Bead Store on the way there, so you know that makes it take a little longer. But the retreat is really a fun time. You set up on tables in a room that faces a lake, and you get to bead with your friends. I mean, it's a really a fun experience, and the prices are really good. They have not raised their prices hardly at all in the last like 5 years. So it's really fun. Registration forms are on the UMBS website on the Bead Retreat page. The cutoff date for us to notify the camp how many people are coming is August 25th. Now, if you don't have your registration form in by that date, and you have to mail it in with a check, you can contact Annabelle. Her website is on the form, and just let her know when you're going to be there, so she gets you into the count. Um, and again, September 3rd through the 8th, it's really a lot of fun. And there are classes that are listed on the website that you can decide to join or not. There are bead shops set up right in the building that you can, find beads to try new things. And it's just a lot of fun. So I hope you join us. And I think that's all that I've got.
All right. And so then Marlene, we have a state fair announcement, don't we?
Yes. Things are coming together. I got the gate passes. I mailed out, what did I say? 8 of them yesterday. So the people that are going to volunteer to demonstrate should be seeing those in the mail shortly. I still have 4 that I will see the people and I'll get those to them. The display case is coming together. I already have like 15 pieces to put in it. And so that's coming
Great.
together.
Great.
So they invited us to come down and see the new demonstration area in the Creative Activity Building, and it is beautiful. They even have rubber mats, so if you don't want to sit on a chair and bead, you could stand on the mats. We're right next to the bathroom, so we won't have to go very far to do that. And the counters are all Formica top. They have sliding compartments that are going to be lit up with LED lights. And they're giving us some nice new chairs to sit on. They're still hard, so you might want to bring a cushion. But it is a really nice area that they've upgraded to.
Good.
So
Good.
I'm very happy. And that's about it.
Yay, thank you so much. And then we've got this is our Upper Midwest Bead Society free Let's Bead live show, but our membership has 12 private meetings a month, and this is for just members only, and it's only $35 a year. It happens the first Monday of every month, unless there's a holiday, of course, then it's the second Monday of the month. So our monthly meeting in September will then be the Monday after Labor Day. And Hannah, do you want to tell us about the special speaker we have for our Monday meeting?
Well, I actually will be speaking, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be presenting a PowerPoint by the National Button Society that they have let us present for free. It's about the history of buttons. And then on January, the president of the National Button Society will be able to present a little bit more about buttons and actually answer some questions. So, so I'm just going to be presenting a pre-made PowerPoint that they have provided for us. And that is on Monday, September 8th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. At 6, we will open probably the Zoom for show and tell. And if you are in Minnesota, please join them at the Dinah Senior Center for open beading. Also on the 27th, Becky will be presenting a necklace that she has designed for the September 27th Let's Bead Live.
Yeah, and we're also going to be having kits for Becky's class too that are part of our donation. We were donated 3 wonderful spools of sparkly crystal cup chain. And so it's a
Oh.
perfect use for Becky's class. We are going to be capturing the cup chain. You can use ball chain, 3mm ball chain too. But since it's sparkly and it's cup chain, we love it too. So we are going to be having several people make kits. Judith and Becky are helping at Lotus Beads make kits. And then, so then you can pick up your kit for Becky's class at Hannah's Let's Be Live in September, or I mean Monday night meeting in September for Becky's Let's Be Live. And so this way we get kits and you can join us as well for so much fun. And it's only $35 a year. Go to umbs.org and go to the page of membership page. There's a click easy PayPal link that way you can join. $35 a year for 12 different wonderful things. And then you can also go to our YouTube channel for members, private, and then go to see all the past meetings we've had for the last 4 years. And so it's a real treat for the private members to do that. So we are so looking forward. And so once again, if you're following us on Facebook, we are hoping that you are, and please, we welcome you to share it to your page. Share it to the UMBS page, share it to your page, share it to the group, share it everywhere so that we can get it everywhere. So if anybody is not joining us that way, we really love to get you. And so I'm trying to share. I'm trying to get things going. Whoops. I'm on Facebook, so I have to go to the other one. So I'm trying to share. I'm trying to get things going. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to like double do it here. So that way we are trying to get it going everywhere around. And so I think that if you are sharing to your, you might have to be logged in as you to share here or there. I'm not exactly sure why. I've got mine set to the public. And so this way, we just so appreciate you. We might have to join it. So let's, oh, and so we hope that, yep. Now Anita Nerd's calling me. So any other board members, could you help me and text Anita along with, so that she can, I just can't talk while going live. Sorry. We so appreciate you joining us. This is a very special day, in the world of the peace ring. It, like I said, it is 10 years since our, we started this project, and this year we did go to, let's see, let me see if we can. All right, share. There we go. This year I actually had the privilege of going to Japan, and in Hiroshima, right above the Peace Memorial Museum and the Peace Park, there is the Peace Tower. And it is the most incredible view of the entire city. You have it all. It is, I'm trying to move this over here out of the way. So this way you can see all of this as the mountains behind Hiroshima. And there we go. Let me move you over here. There we go. And then these are my wonderful traveling companions, Kat and Shelly. And so we had the most amazing time. And this is the other view down below you here. This is the atomic bomb dome, what's left. And this is the triangle park between the two rivers. This is the Children's Museum and the Shrine, and this is all the park that's leading up to the museum. And every August 6th, they light lanterns and put them in the river. They write their wishes for peace and prayers and hope and the names of their loved ones that are lost, and they float them down the river. And it is just such an amazing wish for peace that they all come together. And this is 80 years since. And so this you'll see on the right is a wonderful panoramic view. So the observation deck is a almost 360-degree view, and then you have the city down below. So after you go visit the museum and then go visit the shrine, we really encourage you to come and climb the Peace Tower. It is 12 stories tall, and all the way up is artwork by different people who different children's organizations and different community organizations. And then once you get to the top, you have this amazing view. And it's just so magical to see what has been built up in the last 80 years. Everything was completely destroyed by the bomb, and it is just unimaginable. And so this is the only building that was left. And it's the Atomic Peace Dome, still left just the way it was. And the Peace Memorial behind it, every year they open the memorial and air out the books of the names of the people who have died from the effects of the bombing. And then they add the names of the people who have passed away during that most present year. And then they're sealed up again, and the eternal flame continues on. And so we're hoping that our wish for peace will then translate to all of you as well. And so we hope that you will join us for the Peace Ring project. And it is just amazing that we are doing this for 10 years now. So we will... Then has anybody made one before? Anybody in our group? How many of you made? I think we have Beth, who has probably made, I don't know, 1 million. How many of you made? It is just so amazing to think. And so I'm going to change cameras here and show you. The Peace Ring is originally started with the Toho Beads. The Ico beads is the world's most perfect bead, I would have to say. It is, it comes in over 1,000 colors, and it is a cylinder size 11 bead, 1.5 millimeters. And so when you do a project like this, it is perfect 3 by 3 by 3 rows. So this way it works out perfect every time. And so that's why it's kind of a statement to the Ico, the perfection, the quality of Toho beads. They put their heart and their soul into these beads, and they're in the heart of Hiroshima. They started the company right after the war 80 years ago, and the two people, the Ichiji Yamanaka and his wife Aiko, just couldn't stand to see the drab, gray, desolate, complete destruction. And so the kimonos that the women were wearing were beautiful colors, still bright. And so they wanted to make beads that would then also represent the culture that was lost and bring back the color to the world. So Toho beads, Ico beads were named after the founder's wife, the most perfect woman, I think, in the world. A true inspiration. And so each year I try to commemorate a combination of colors that either represents the Pantone colors, or this one was the 2020 Toho Challenge. And so the Toho Ico bead, when made into a bracelet, just stacks together perfectly. And that's what's so great about the Ico beads. And so the piece ring stitch is an amazing stitch. We had help of Alexandra Sidorenko, and she mapped it out for us in a striped pattern. And of course, in the blue and yellow, in support for the Ukraine people who are suffering so much, and the yellow for the earth and the sunflower, and the blue for the sky. So you can make it in solid colors, spotted colors, you can make it in stripes, or you can even make it into an awareness ribbon. It is one of those perfect patterns that instead of connecting it as a ring, you can just fold it right in half and then sew it together. And then every cancer, every support, it's just a simple statement. You can add to a keychain, you can make it into an earring, but it is 17 or 19 rows long is how an odd number. So you have a perfect spot at the top to loop your earring. And I just think it's a really fun way to bring awareness to anything and everything. And so now we have started then the Eternal Hope for Peace project a couple years ago. And we took the peace ring and we made it into a permanent bracelet. So mine are 42 rows long, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And so this one this year was made with the cherry blossom mix for the cherry blossom class that I taught as well in Japan this year. I had the wonderful honor of joining the Japanese Beading Association members and so many wonderful people to um to visit us, you know, live in person in Japan and streaming. And so the cherry blossom mix has been a really special. So if you make one and sew it on you, then our wish for eternal hope for peace is there with us every day. We don't even have to think about it. So this one I sewed on 3 years ago, and then this one was 2 years ago, and this one was just this spring. So, and I use the Toho 1G thread for that. That way there's a little bit of stretch, and especially if you're making a ring, if you're gonna wear the ring, you're gonna wash your hands and things like that, and maybe puff up a little bit like I do in the summer humidity. It's warm today. I don't know where you are, but it's warm here. So I use nylon thread, and the Toho 1G is really strong. It doesn't fray. You can wax it if you want to before you do this, but the 1G thread will fit through the Aiko bead with a size 11 needle 11 times. And so
Oh,
that
wow.
way, if you're going around and around and around in circles, which this pattern does, and then we secure it with a figure 8, which is infinity. You really want something that'll go through your beads. So don't use a big, heavy 8-pound fire line and just think you can pass through it once. This is all about connecting the circles together and the securing with the infinity knots and secure with your thoughts and prayers with each circle around and around and around, link by link, bead by bead. We can have world peace. And so that's why we are trying. So I'm going to try harder to share to more general public because we've got some people who are sharing to their friends. So share it to your page so then everybody else can join us as well. And so I'm going to try harder here to share to more people and see if I can do that too. And so maybe you guys can share to more people too. And this way we can share the love. And I'm going to try to share. It says I'm sharing in 4 ways, but I really want to share to more people. And so hopefully,
Rochelle, I got a question for you.
yeah.
The last time I was in Bobby Bead, they had a sign up with the ICOs saying that the prices were reduced. And I bought some ICOs, and when I got home, I realized that there were 2 stickers on my beads, and the price had been reduced from like $8 and something to $5 and something. So
Uh-huh.
right now is a good time to buy ICOs.
Absolutely. It's and Bobby Bead has the complete selection as well. They're in numerical order, and like I said, there is 1,116 colors of ICO, and I believe they've got at least 900 of them in stock. And they have retail and wholesale. So all you need to make a ring is 1/2 gram of beads. So that means with 1 gram of beads, you can make 2 rings. And or maybe you could make a bracelet, several awareness ribbons. So that's why we really hope that you want to join us. And so I'm going to try to share it to more people here while we're talking about it.
Oh, and the little boxes are 5 grams of ICOs.
5 grams, yeah. And so it is so easy and convenient. You can make a bunch. Also, the what do you call it? Lotus Beads also has the 4 gram increments of ICOs, and I believe there's 100 gram colors. But what is so unique about this project is that we've changed the rules. You don't have to just use an ICO. You can use Toho 11-0 rounds. You can use Toho 8-0 rounds. This is what it looks like in an 11-0 round. So the hole is bigger. So now you have another 2,000 colors you can use. You don't just have to use the ICO. You can use any shape, any size Toho bead that you want to. That's the fun part about this. So these are 11-0 rounds. The sizing chart will be a little different because they're a little wider, but that if you're making a chain, helping us out with the Peace Chain Project, you can do that too. So that's the fun about this stitch. This is a bracelet made with the 11-0 rounds, and you don't have to use an ICO. You can use it with any stitch you want. And so it is one of those wonderful things. So we have a question from somebody, and so I know I shared it to our private group. I've shared it around. So keep sharing it. And so now I'm trying to share it again on our public page. It's having an issue at different times. And so I'm trying again. So everybody keep trying to share it. And this way we will try. So there we go. I just sent it to Hannah. You can send it and share it too. I think that's a really fun way of doing it. Facebook's having fun issues, so maybe it's one of those things that we just do whatever we can, right? So we're hoping you can project. So Michael had a question. If you want to unmute and ask a question, or you had your hand raised. Do you have a question? Who had a question? All right. Well, if you don't have any questions, let me show you the pattern. And so there you go. This way. We're trying really hard to play with our new computer. It is so beautiful, soft to the touch. And so we appreciate you so much. All right. So here's the pattern for the peace ring. Everybody see that? And so all it takes is 1/2 gram of beads to make a ring. If you want to make a bigger ring, then use more, and it turns into a bracelet. We're so excited. So if you want to bead with us today, we can certainly start and make a peace ring. We're hoping that it is a wonderful day of peace for you all, because I'm just so delighted to share my very last day of vacation with you. And so this is anybody who has made one in the past, then we encourage you to just start again with us. If you've never made this before, don't be scared. It's really easy. I'm going to hope that that you all really enjoy doing this as much as I do. So where we have started, because we just can't stop beading, is we really want to continue this and spread connecting to people all over the world. Connecting together through beading, it's our common language. And so what we have done, let me do this. Is we are creating a peace chain project. So remember the old paper chains we used to make and string on the tree around, or popcorn for the birds, and we put it all out in the bushes. This is the same manner. And so link by link, if you make a ring and then another ring and connect them together through and permanently seal it, then you have just connected your wishes, your hopes, and your dreams to the next person. And so this was the cherry blossom one that I made on the airplane when I was flying 12 hours to Japan. You would have think I could gotten more done, but I was a little distracted. And so I was watching Wicked. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So then at the next piece, the person gave me this one, all sorts of wonderful colors. And then the next person gave me this. So this is the idea, link by link, connection together. And we really want to create the world's longest peace chain. And so we are going to, we've applied for a Guinness Book World Record. And we are going to have our grand connection on the Peace Day next year, August 26th or August 6th, 2026. And because we are just so excited over connecting the world together, we are doing this at the Mall of America. The Mall of America is so proud to be one of our sponsors, and we'll have it in one of the rotundas. And we'll have a ceremony, and people will be coming directly from Japan and all over the world. We hope that you'll come and connect with us, because a mile of beads, that's one lap around the entire Mall of America. And so we need your help. We need your help to make peace chains, and send us your peace chain to join to our peace chain so that we can hopefully reach 1 mile. We also need your help to come with the connection. If you've ever thought about how many beads you need, if it's a 1-inch ring, there are 630,360 inches in a mile. So that means we need a lot of rings. And so if you want to help us, please, you do have to use Toho beads. That is the only rule. And you can't use stretchy string, but any other string will be great. Any Toho beads you want to use is great. You can also do other stitches. You don't just have to be limited to the peace ring stitch. If you want to make peyote rings, then peyote rings would be absolutely gorgeous. And this way you could spell things if you wanted to. You could do so many different things. If you wanted to do daisy chains, you could do daisy chain rings in any size. Just think of the amount of flowers, the beautiful, gorgeous, garden we could make in a mile. Any stitch you want to make. And so if you want to make the daisy in size 11, it's just super cute and small. This is the cherry blossom in size 11, and it really is so fun and easy to make. Or if you're not comfortable with that as well, then you could just string circles of between 1 and 3 inches in a circle of Toho beads that go around and around and around before you tie the knot, and then link yours and link and link and link. And this way everyone can join us. There's no one left out. If you need beads, we have Toho beads. We have many people who have donated Toho beads. And so we would love you to join with your bead society, with your group, with your school group, with your bead group. Anybody who wants to just join, this is something you could do to just a small part. And then if you can't join us for it all, send it to us. The Upper Midwest Bead Society meets every Monday night, and during our meetings we are live in person from open beading is from 4 to 6 before our meeting starts, and that's at the Edina Senior Center right on 50th and Highway 100 in Edina, Minnesota. And so it's very convenient to join. So we just encourage you. You could do any kind of stitch. If you wanted to do kumihimo rings, you could do that. There is no stitch that's not allowed. It's just we would like you to use Toho Beads. It's sponsored by Toho Beads, who's right in the heart of Hiroshima. And they're commemorating their 80th year there of trying to bring light, hope, love, and color to the world. Do we have any more questions? We can totally start beading here. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets it shared everywhere. And so if you haven't got it shared to yours, we hope that you will join us now. Share anywhere you can, share to your timeline. We can share after. We're all on Zoom, and we'll be uploading this to Zoom or to our YouTube channel, I mean. So it is one of those wonderful things that we just invite you to join us. And so we also have the Peace Letter project going on. Jan, you we gave you a whole bunch of different peace cards that were organized by the Hiroshima Earth Project.
Right. And that was
And
something I wanted to talk to you and Hannah about, because I would love to send them to other bead societies.
and
So
so
I'd like to come up with, you know, what we want to put with it, and because we want to tell them about the Peace Chain Project.
exactly. So, besides the Peace Chain Project, there's also the Peace Letter Project. And so, there's many of our Toho ambassadors who are participating in this. Upper Midwest Bead Society is one of those participating. And so we're reaching out to other bead societies with our thoughts and prayers for peace as well. The Hiroshima Project started this, and they've made 10,000 letters for peace. The Peace Crane is a project that's been going on since the war, and the 1,000 Crane Project you've probably heard of. And so this is just continuing. So sending hopes and peace and love to people who are very special to you. So it's a wonderful postcard of peace cranes with beads inside, infused and handmade by those in Hiroshima. And so it marks the 80 years since the bombings, and it's a step forward that we can all take to fostering peace. And so the Lotus Beads is giving them away to some of our wonderful people who have made very touched our lives. Bobby Bead is, Art Beads is, Starman Beads is, Toho Beads. So all of your favorite bead stores that you've been following, and we just wish for peace and you. And so if you're a bead society out there too, we are hoping we'll be sending you our thoughts and prayers to join us in peace. And then in hopes and prayers that you will join us in our Peace Chain project to continue. So August is the month for the Peace Letter Project. So if you see a Peace Letter Project post in your feed, we hope that you'll share the post and then tag Earth_Hiroshima. And if you get one from one of your favorite bead stores or one of your favorite bead societies, then please post as well when you receive it and your thoughts and prayers as well. And so we can then join together and spread the wish for peace around the world. And so it just takes one step at a time and we'll get there, right? And so we are trying really hard to, so I've also shared to the public or the Upper Midwest Bead Society membership group. And so please, if you can share this to your local bead society, we have it on, share it from Facebook, and then we'll also share it on YouTube. So we would love for you to join us in any way you can and share to your world, and we would love to join you now in peace. So I am just trying to keep sharing and keep sharing. And so perfect. So I'm trying really hard to share in any way we possibly can. And so
Rochelle, this would be a fun thing to get together, family and friends, maybe that to
oh my
introduce them to
gosh,
beading. You could start
yes.
them with some real basic stitches, and it would be kind of fun.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is any basic stitch that you want to do, it is you can do. You can do brick stitch, peyote stitch, anything. There's no rules to say that you can't. And so that's why it's link by link, bead by bead. Any beads count as part of the love that you've put into this. And so I do believe that this is all part of how we can take just one step. And so who wants to make a ring? Raise your hand. Say aye. Beth, how many rings have you made? You have to unmute to speak. Unmute, Beth. Let me just add a spotlight. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There you go. Now we see your beautiful face. How many have you made, Beth? Oh. I'm not sure. Something's wrong with your audio.
Yeah, she's working on finding her.
Yeah. No? What's going on? We're trying. Let's see. Well, why don't you show us your piece chain, Beth? Can you hold it up? Oh my gosh, look at that piece chain.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
She's smart. She's doing the long rings.
She is. She is
Oh, look
weighing
at the
out.
colors. Wow.
She is weighing out 1 gram of beads, and then every one of her rings is 1 gram of beads.
Cool.
Yep. And so it is just amazing how, and so this is what we're doing, link by link, chain by chain, and this is going to be hung at the Mall of America. So if you send in your chain link to the Upper Midwest Bead Society, if you send it in to Lotus Beads at Mall of America, then we're hanging them in the window of the Mall of Lotus Beads at the mall. We're on the 3rd floor, northeast corner by the food court. They're so pretty, Beth. That's so amazing. And those are all Toho Icos, aren't they? And
Wow.
so it's just amazing. And so that way, if you had using all Toho Icos, 630,360 rings, that's going to weigh 62 kilos.
Oh my gosh.
So then if we add the overlap of beads, we're going to add another, say, 10,000 rings. And that means we need your help to join us in this ring escapade.
Oh
And so
my
look at all
goodness.
these rings.
Look at all of those rings that Beth has made.
I know my little 7-foot chain here just has nothing in her to do with hers is so amazing. And this is
And I made those
um
while we're talking.
and
Beth,
so
I don't think we can still hear you, but hold up with your hands how many feet you think that that is so far. Hold up with your hands. 25 feet?
wow, holy
Oh
moly.
my gosh.
And so are you going to send it to us to display at the case at the state fair? And so if you mail it, because if you mail it tomorrow, then we should get it for the thing.
That would be beautiful around the state fair, and you want to, is what you were saying, right?
We really would love to ring our case at the state fair in the Creative Arts Building. The UMBS is going to be there on Wednesday, August 27th. And we have a brand new display demonstration area and a brand new display case. And so all of our members are donating to show off pieces of their work. This is not a competition case. The other cases are all like entry competitives, but ours is just display of what we love to do. And then when you're watching or walking around, people will be there all day, right, Marlene? You've got from what, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. people.
Well, the building opens at 9. So it's
Okay.
9 to 8, we'll be there. There's display cases at the demonstration area, but our display case that we fill with non-judged pieces is not new, but they have updated the locking system on it, so. Yeah,
And Marlene, do you need more pieces for that? Or are
well, I
you?
have 15 already and I haven't even gone to the Mall of America yet, so
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
people have stepped up.
Excellent.
Excellent is right.
And so we're so darn excited that you have organized this so nicely and worked with the state fair for so long. And everybody from the Upper Midwest Bead Society that volunteers to hang out for a couple hours, then we put their names into a drawing so that they will have a chance to win a Toho 2025 bead kit just for volunteering. That's part of what we do in our bead society is it's all volunteer basis. But we want to have an outreach program where we can outreach to the world. And so the state fair is one of those ways we can do that. And we've been doing it for quite a long time. And so we want to help. So anybody who volunteers gets a free ticket to the fair, plus their name in an entry form, chance to win a new kit. So we have the Bead Bazaar coming up too at the end of October. That happens the last weekend. That's the 25th and 26th of October. It happens at the Eisenhower Community Center. And Marlene's been organizing that space too. And now she has a new helper.
Amanda.
And Amanda is so nice to join forces with our group. And we're grateful for the infusion of help and new blood. And so we've got a lot of new members on the board next year. And so that's part of the fun of being a member of a group. The more you get involved, the more fun you have. And so if you want to teach at our Upper Midwest Bead Society make and take demonstration area at the Beads Bazaar at the end of October, contact Marlene and Amanda. We're looking for people, volunteer helpers, and then people to man the area to help talk about the Bead Society. And it's a lot of fun. And so
And if you're teaching a class and know what supplies you need, let us know, because there's a good possibility we can get you all the supplies.
it's true. We've had so many great people donating things over the years, and so we've got lots of collections of fun stuff. So just like for Becky's class, we've got all the supplies for that except for the clasp, and then you get to decide what kind of clasp you want, but we've got you covered. So that way, also the retreat is coming up too, Jan, with classes too. And Lisa, aren't you teaching one of the classes at retreat? Are you still around? We've got a couple people teaching classes at the retreat, don't we here?
We have 3 people teaching. So Becky is doing, if you can see that, here, I'll take them off. If you can see the earrings that I've got on.
Here, I'm gonna spotlight you, Jan, so that way we can, there we go. There you go. So that's Becky's teaching that at retreat. Look at
Yeah,
that.
this is the ginkgo lace earrings, and the beads, the bigger beads there are ginkgos, and then they're surrounded with 11s and 15s. So it's not a terribly difficult pattern, but I think it makes a really pretty earring.
Well, it does. Or you could link them together and make a bracelet, right?
Uh, yeah, I've actually got the ginkgo. This is the original ginkgo pattern.
Ooh, okay.
That's the original one that they sent out. If you've got, you have to have a bunch of ginkgos, but, but
Right.
yeah, it's a real.
Or a couple of those components could be hooked together for a little necklace
Oh,
pendant.
sure. Yeah, it would be a very pretty pendant. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. And so,
And then Doris is teaching some beaded beads.
I love it. And so if you want to join for the retreat, there are still spots available. Go
Oh, and
to,
I didn't mention, you don't have to be a member. You pay a little extra, but if you have if you want to go and bring a friend or a relative or something, and they're not members, that's okay.
I love it. That is so a way to just get your foot in the door, to meet
Yep.
new members, see how much fun it is. And because isn't that the rule? Once you join the group, you got 40 new friends instantly.
That was my story. When I retired, I joined the group and instantly gained 40 new friends. I mean, and it's not a judgmental bickering. We don't focus on politics. We don't we don't really want to talk about that. We basically want to enjoy each other's company. We want to share what we're doing. We want to learn new things, and create some fun beadwork.
Absolutely. It's really part of that just community spirit. So I don't know if you've been watching, we've been making peace ring here, and I of course tangled myself in a little knot, and but I was changing each row just to help the understand where
Oh,
how many
oh, I like that.
yeah, and it's a simple ombre. I've been making these bead mixes. So these are a lot of the ones I've been giving out to people. But each piece
Yeah.
ring, you start with 4 beads and then circle around them again so that they stack 2 beads on top of each other. So 2 columns of 2 beads. And then we just add 2 more beads and circle back through and add the 3rd column. So each row is 3 columns of 2 beads. So when you're adding 4 beads and 2 beads at a time, it really stacks up fast. And so it is a ladder stitch with a brick stitch jump up. If that makes any sense to anybody, it doesn't have to. All you have to know is how to count to 4 or 2. And so that way we are just so it's repeat, 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 repeat. And so that way I was hoping to get a little further along with this. And so, but of course, when you're on camera, you're gonna make a knot. So if you have a little knot, then always take off your needle and then try to pull out your thread, retrace your steps. You can kind of try to wing it and push them into place. Because if you've at least got 4 beads stacked on there, it's a very forgiving stitch. So, don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about it being absolutely perfect. You're putting your heart and soul into this. So, just like anything, there's no judgment in beading. So please be kind to yourself. Use bigger beads if you need to. So I'm not afraid to send you size 8 beads. We've really been playing a lot with them at Lotus Beads, just because our eyes are getting older. So don't
Rochelle, I
worry.
just switched from 6 pound to 4 pound fire line, and oh my gosh,
Doesn't it
it's
make a difference?
so much easier. Oh
It
golly.
really, really does. So honestly, I use the 1G thread, and that is the equivalent to a 4-pound fire line. It's size D if you're used to using Nymo or Eslon or any of those other threads. Um, so so I just kind of straightened out my work by going in and out and in and out, fixing some of these beads. So then once I add a whole new row, hopefully it'll work. Like I said, I'm willing to put a Band-Aid on something here because, it's okay if but beads are very forgiving. And so there we go. We know, straighten out that row. Perfect. See, if you go around 6 more times, now it's all straight. So like I said, you can go through 11 times with a size 11 needle and the 1G thread. So your 4-pound fire line would be the same thing. And if you're using maybe Nymo, you might want to wax your thread just because sometimes when you're going around and around, just try to avoid your thread. Don't catch your thread. Try to really hug the side of the bead so that so we add 4 beads, slide them all the way down to your previous row. And I think that thread control is just as important as anything. So if you have your tail down at the bottom left, and then your working thread is on the top right, this is a one-way stitch. It only goes one way. So if you're left-handed, then you're going to the left. But always then remember that your tail is going to be down there. So that way you're working in one direction and the zigzag pattern will always stay the same. So I slide all 4 beads down. I put it on my finger next to the others and thread control with my middle finger around there. That way I slide through all 4 at one time. I pinch those 4 with my thumb and release. Don't forget to clear your playing surface, people. I'm sorry. I'm showing you all the things not to do, right? Then if you pinch your thread, pinch your beads while you pull your thread, they automatically fold over, just like that. So now we are going to head for our thread where we're coming out of on that lower row. Go right back down where you came from. The two other beads that were sticking out here on the side will now like wing over here in the middle. So we connect the middle column of the row we're in, this lower row. Then just take your fingernails and put those two beads right there on your needle. So the left column goes to the middle column of the lower row. So it's a perfect triad. So now we go down the right side, the two beads on the right. So now we have two columns in that row. So all we got to do is add the third column. So this time we only have to count to two. So we add the two beads, and then since our thread is coming out of the bottom, pass down from the top and exit the exact same spot your thread is exiting. Then when you pull it taut, those new beads will stick right there on the side. And this is a medium tension stitch. If you pull too hard, those beads are gonna like wing all over the place. If you just pass through the very last time to secure those two beads, they now sit right there exactly where you want them to be. And that way it's nice and snug. So you really want these rows to be nice and snug to each other. You don't want to see a whole lot of thread in between. If there is, then when you connect it, you can reinforce it. But if you just pull your thread and kind of roll the beads in your fingers like this, a lot like you do with peyote, it'll tighten right up. And that way it'll be nice and loose. And then on the end here too, you can pull that and tighten that up too. Or if you started with a knot, then it would stay nice and tight right there. Otherwise, we just keep working and working. Each row is perfectly zigzagged so that the middle column of one row follows to the upper left column there, and then the middle of there to the lower right. So that way you know you've done it right and you haven't gone in the wrong direction. And so it's super repetitive for those people who just, once you get past the third or fourth row, you will then finally kind of figure it out. So I'm going to show you quick the pattern once again, so then that way we can just go over the thread path and you can easily then just see what I'm talking about one more time. Let's see. Okay, so share. All right. So we start at the very beginning. We add 4 beads. And then we circle back through those 4 beads to then tighten them all up. And then we are going to circle through them one more time right at the very beginning so they're nice and tight. If you want to add a stopper bead right here for your tension, then that's perfect also to help you know that this is the left hand side and you have a little bead to hold on to. So that way you stack the beads. So 2 beads are on top of each other and then 2 beads are on top of each other for 2 columns of 2 beads. So the first step, we only do once there. Then we add step 2, we need to add the third column of 2 beads. So add 2 beads and then pass down the 2 beads right before you and then up through the 2 beads you just added. And that way it'll stack 3 columns of 2 right next to each other and you will have your first row. So now we are going to step 3, which is our jump up. And so step 3 is pretty much a repeat of step 1. And that's where I had you adding the 4 beads. And then this way, instead of just starting them, you slide them down to your finger. And then we're going to pass through them all again. And then that way you've got these new 4 beads sitting right here. So if you look at the graph, we're going to head right back down where we came from. It's this third column right here at the end. So head for the thread. And so then when you go down that third column, these 2 beads will swing over a little bit. So then on step 4, after you've come down, this is right where we exited here. We're going to go up that center column and then up the 2 beads on the left. So I take step 4 in 2 steps. So then we go up the center column of the one you're in and up the first 2 beads on the left. And I have to put them on with my fingernail. It's very, like not a smooth one step. Just make sure you've got it there. And so then we do the second part of step 4, which is come down through the 2 beads on the right, which is exactly the end of step 1, because you just got to go around and around. So we've secured both of those. Now we have step 5, which is identical to step 2, except for you're on the new row. So add 2 beads, go right through the 2 beads from beforehand. So you'll exit the same place your thread is exiting, and then you pass up through the 2 beads you just added. So you add your 2 beads. And then see your thread is sticking out of the bottom there. So head for that thread, exit the exact same spot you came out. And then now those 2 beads will pop right into place and then pass up through the 2 new beads. And if you hold the beads in place while you pull your thread, your beadwork will stay nice and tight. So now you have a whole nother row. So basically you can forget about step 1 and 2 now. So all you're going to do from here on out is step 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 until you get it to your right length. So if you look at this little guide over here, if you're using Toho Icos, since they are so perfect, 14 rows is a size 6.5 ring. And so that way it's just easy to make one for whatever size finger you want.
Rochelle,
Yes, ma'am.
there's a message on Zoom. Sylvia says I can post this on our local Bead Society Facebook page if you want to provide an address for mailing them. Should we just send them directly to Lotus?
Yeah, let's send them to Lotus Beads. It's the Mall of America, N368, where that's our store address. North 368, Bloomington, Minnesota. And there's an easy zip code. So if you go to the lotusbeads.com website, I just
Oops.
handed out my card, so I can't remember what their zip code is. But you know, the Mall of America has their own zip code. It is so big. It's just for the zip code and their own mailman and everything. And so, yes, please mail them directly to Lotus. And then by the 15th of May, next May, that's 2026 May, that we need to have your peace rings and peace chains. And so you can get the pattern for this easy at umbs.org. You can get the video to watch, a whole lot of videos besides this video. There is a really good one on Bobby Bead's YouTube channel, and there's an easy click link to that either on bobbybead.com or on umbs.org. All the way down on the bottom of the calendar page right next to my picture is the click for the Bobby Bead YouTube channel. And that's a really close-up professional video. And it is a lot of fun. But like I said, you can do any stitch. If you want to do the daisy chain stitch, you could do that too. And all that takes is some round beads. The daisy chain is a whole lot of fun. If you want a peyote stitch, brick stitch, you can do any stitch you want. And so, but we would love to help you out. If you need beads, contact us. You can message us on the UMBS Facebook page. You can go to umbs.org and go to the contact page. We do have our website. You can email us. at UMBS .org at gmail.com. We have all sorts of ways that you can contact us, and we can get you the patterns, we can get you group information. And this is all about the Grand Connection on 2026. And so we YouTube channel, and that's a really we can get you the patterns, we can get you group information. Somebody's got their Facebook on. All about the Grand Connect.
Sorry, it was me. I was just checking Facebook.
No worries, because I'm watching it on mine, so it keeps telling me I'm live, but I thought my page was more public, and so it's only being streamed to so many. So I've cross-shared to 9 different places, and then after the meeting, I will cross-share to a whole lot more places. And we encourage you to cross-share everywhere. But join our Peace Chain Project, join the Peace Ring Project. Jan, do you have the information on how to participate in the project? Do you have that flyer up?
I do. Hang on.
So this is how you participate. Make a ring is step 1. Or if you want to make an awareness ribbon, do you want to make an eternal hope bracelet? Do you want to start a peace chain? And so make it and then share it on your social media like Instagram, Facebook, and say something positive and peaceful to the world. And then right here, hashtag Toho Peace Ring, and then that way it'll show up all over. And then don't forget, tag the company, tag Toho_beads. And then that way they will see it and they will post it on theirs as well. And then they also have at the end of every year, they count up those hashtags and they donate to the Peace Charity in Hiroshima for every hashtag throughout the year. And so this has now been going on 10 years. And so we just really want you to also, so the pattern is free, resale is free. If you want to make rings and then sell the rings and donate money to our cause, we have to gather $18,000 to $20,000 for our Peace Chain project in order to get the Guinness Book of World Records here, in order to get them to measure all of us and get us into their book. It's a big fee. It's like 18 to 20,000 depending on all the publicity we need and permits we've got to do. So we are looking for your help. If there's any way you can help with making peace rings, that's step 1. We need a mile of rings. And so we also need people to come and connect those rings. And so every one of our members' meetings, we're connecting rings. Every Wednesday at Lotus Beads, we are connecting rings. We're teaching the Peace Chain class. So one week it's at 10 a.m., the next week it's at 4 p.m. And so you can join the project that way. If you want to join and teach the peace ring all over your community and make rings, then you can do it in any way so that you can help us. If you want to sell rings, finish projects, or do anything to donate to our Peace Chain project, then connect with us on umbs.org and at Lotus Beads and at Team Toho Beads. And then we want to connect with you all over the world. And so step 1 is make a ring. Toho Beads is connecting people all over the world, bead by bead, link by link, and that's their heart and dream, is to, beading is art. The love for beading spreads beyond just your beading project, just your beading process. It spreads to those you give it to, those you share it with, and the beauty in the world. And so we really encourage you to join the project in any way you can. And so our grand connection is August 6th 2026. So we need your chains back to us at the Lotus Beads Mall of America, Upper Midwest Bead Society by May 15th, so we can start getting them all connected together. So if you need beads to help us, you need people to help lead the project in your community, contact any of us at our bead society, join Upper Midwest Bead Society and meet these great people who have been working so hard for the last 6 months to get this project started and convince Guinness Book that it's a worthy record, convince the Mall of America that this is also a project they want to be part of. Toho Beads, Team Toho Beads, you know, world peace takes us all. And so we really would like you to join in that project too.
Rochelle,
Yes, ma'am.
is the Pete's Ring project flyer, is that on the website?
This peace ring, project, this one right here, it's supposed to be on the website. If it's
I'll
not,
make sure it gets up there. I'll get it up there
we'll
today.
get it up there. The pattern is on the website for sure. The piece chain information, some of that is up there. And then there's also more information all about it on the Lotus Beads and Jewelry website. It's also on the artbeads.com website. It's on we're going to get more of it. It's on the Team Toho Facebook page, on the Toho website. So we're trying to share it everywhere we can. Yes, ma'am. And then if you were also going to upload, we're going to upload a daisy chain pattern. We're going to upload some peyote patterns. And so some easy basic patterns so that you could get any stitch going that you wanted to do. And Maggie Thompson already has a simple Kumihimo one on there as well. All of our Saturday Let's Speed lives are on our public archive page on our website, and then it's on our public YouTube channel. So then you could go there, click link and join. And so that's where this one is also going to be, but we're keeping it on the bottom of the calendar page too, and have a special peace chain project, more information, how to join. The official committees are all starting right now.
Rochelle, maybe we should even put a separate page up on the website.
Yeah, I think
I'll talk
so
to Rita about
too.
that.
Yeah.
Also,
All right.
can you get, I just tried what is it, Team Toho Beads?
It's just Team Toho.
TeamToho.com?
It's just Team Toho it's a Facebook page.
Oh, on Facebook. Okay, it's not a separate.
Yeah.
website.
And the Toho website is toho_beads.com. And there's a Japanese version and an English version.
Oh, how fun.
There's both of them. And there's also but we're working on the teamtoho.com. We're updating it. So I think they took it offline while they update it.
Rochelle,
Yes.
this is Suzanne. I'm going backwards a little bit. I've got the ring. This is my first attempt, believe it or not, after all my meetings, and it's great. I love it. Now, I'm doing a link for the chain link.
Okay.
What's your suggestion on how long you want those? So they are, is there a length that matters? or
Yeah,
not?
let me show you here. So right here is a link that is one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so if you look at this one right here is like a 1-inch segment of beads.
Okay.
And then right next to it is a 3-inch long length segment of beads. And so between 1 to 3 inches, so then when you circle it around together, then they'll create, it'll still be strong enough that it won't stretch out too far. And so here is I think this is a triangle or something. And so it's pretty much shorter than a bracelet. but, you know, so yeah, 1 to 3 inches in the segments is pretty good.
Thank
Um,
you. This has been fun. This is my first time that I've been able to join you guys, so this is great.
I'm so
Oh,
excited.
wonderful.
And so that way, because yeah, if it were a bracelet, I'm just gonna put a bracelet next to this so you can see. Here, a little bit better. So this is my bracelet. So pretty much half the size of a bracelet would be the biggest you would want, because my wrist is 6 inches and 1/4.
Okay.
So that's kind of I think it goes faster too and shorter.
Yeah,
It's just my imagination. Um, but
it's
yeah,
fun.
yay. Any other questions?
If I'm done, I'll link off, or I mean, I'll mute myself.
No, no worries. But if you're making a bracelet, you can connect them all together as well. I sewed mine together and then had it open here. But the ring makes the perfect button loop because it is
Oh,
so strong. So then instead of just your single loop of a ring, you know, to make a button loop on any bracelet, make a piece ring. And then the jaggedness of it too will catch around the inner parts of the button and really hold it well into the security. So, I just recommend that you can do that as well.
that's a great bracelet, Rochelle.
Thanks. This is the Pantone colorway from 2000 and I believe 18. And I was teaching at Bead and Button, and they wanted us to teach. We were teaching, remember the Diamonds of the Desert? Has everybody made the
Oh,
diamond
yeah,
brick
yeah.
stitch earrings? And so the trendsetter had made them in desert colors and everything. And so it's brick stitch, decrease, decrease, decrease. Each row you're decreasing, decreasing. That's all you're doing. But you start in the middle with ladder stitch and then decrease. So everybody kept asking me, well, what do you do if you increase? So basically, you start with the ladder stitch, and then this is increase, 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 increase. So instead of getting a diamond, this is what you get. So then when you go and re-secure it, I recommend that you wrap it around your finger so that it doesn't flip on you when you're connecting it. And so that way, here, I'll pick a better color than gray. Oh my gosh, sorry. When you're connecting it around from one side to the other, you're going to just wrap it around your finger, and then your tail thread should be right there. So that way you can just sew up and through, connect with your tail thread, but then we really want you to reinforce. And so that way you're going to go from one row to the next row, connecting the center to the edge, to the center, to the edge, and go these 8 beads in a circle. And then you're going to go back up and move to the next forward row, and this edge to this middle, to this edge to this middle, and then go the other direction to connect these 8 beads. So if you really hated going around in circles in the end of right angle weave, you're going to have to do it again. Sorry. But that's the way the infinity works. That's what makes it so strong. And so you are going to be connecting one to the other. So that way, sometimes when you make your first one, doing the colors in just stripes so you can see which rows you're in, then really helps. When you're making bracelets, it's really hard to count. You're counting every one of those points for your rows. So what I did is every 5th row, I changed color. So then
Oh,
all I have to do is count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
clever.
So it really makes it easy. So sometimes when you're making bracelets, the design pattern also helps along with your mental patterns to keep you straight, to keep you organized. So use math as your friend instead of your foe is what I recommend if you decide to make a bracelet. But if you're making piece rings out of the stitch, It's really, really just so much fun. Like I said, it's 1 gram of beads, but we still want you to reinforce it so that it can be strong. You don't want to see the thread in between the rows because 62 kilos, this is going to be weight, weight, weight pulling on these beads. So no stretchy string is allowed. Only nylon thread, fishing line, like fire line, but don't use monofilament line because that's going to break down in heat and cold and heat and cold. And this is Minnesota. So we've got hot and cold humidity. Then hopefully it'll go to Japan and they have the same kind of weather we do. It's just a little less extreme in the cold. But so that way, don't skip on the reinforcing, okay? Because we really don't want this to be falling apart. So that's the fun part is after we connect this chain and get 1 mile long of chain, the Mall of America wants to hang this in the rotunda as an art installation. So we will have 1 mile, hopefully plus beads, hanging in a really fun decorative manner, dripping beads of hope, and for a short period of time so that we can continue the awareness hashtag project through every single of the millions of visitors that come through the Mall of America. And then we hope to bring it to Japan to donate it to the Peace Tower so that we could display it in the Peace Tower above the Peace Museum in Hiroshima. And then keep adding to it year by year by year. You know, because peace is not just a 1-day thing. We got to work at it and we all have to continue in this project together. So I really hope that you'll join us in one way or another. Give peace a chance, as they say. And so, any other questions, comments, hope for peace, things you'd like to share?
We have a couple of comments on Facebook that I'd love to share with you. Shanna Lee Judge says, so perfect. It's a great design with a huge purpose. And Shelley Lambert is watching and she reminds you that she finished a few bracelets on the way to Japan with you. And Sandra is watching in her car as she drives out to visit her granddaughter. And she says, hi, beautiful.
Oh, yay. So exciting, so exciting. We are so happy that everybody could join us today. And we hope that you'll all join us in the future as well. And that it's, you know, never too late to find your place in peace, that what you could do to help. This is helped me along the way. And I know that it's brought peace and joy to a lot of others, healing. And so if we reach out to everyone, then piece link by link, bead by bead, we give peace a chance and it can grow to 1 mile and more. I know it. I know it. And so
Well, Rochelle, it's a nice focus to take us away from other things that we won't want to think about.
exactly. And you know, let's make the world a more beautiful place. And it takes us all. So I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for what you're doing. And I thanks for joining us today. And we hope you'll join Upper Midwest Bead Society. We have our next meeting coming up on the Monday after Labor Day. And it's Hannah Rosner. We're so excited. It's all about buttons, buttons, and more buttons. And then join us for the bead retreat. There's still some spaces left. Go to umbs.org and click the retreat button. You can sign up. And then we also have all of those wonderful other events that you can catch us on YouTube. So thanks for watching us today. You all have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Happy Peace Day.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rochelle.
Thanks, Rochelle.
All right.